Watch you guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at how we can customize our Windows PC by making tweaks with a free tool called Winareo Tweaker. Now you can get it from winareo.com and you can download it for free there. It's a free little tool that will allow you to make loads of tweaks to your system to make it look how and feel you want to. So remember, before you making any changes to your computer, it's always best to make backups of your system and also make a restore point just in case something goes wrong, and you can revert back to that. Okay, so here is the actual tool here. It's a very small little tool and it's 1.74 megabytes. I'm just going to uninstall this and drag it to my desktop just like so, and then we're going to put that here. And then here is the tool. Now if I want to install this, we just click on this and say yes, and then we just go next, and you've got two options to install. You can either install it and it will come with an uninstaller, and it will also go on your start menu icons, and also you've got a portable version. I'm going to use the portable version for this one. Accept the agreement for the license agreement, go next and extract your files. It wants to put that into your C root directory. You can change that path if you want to, but it's in here. This is the C root directory, and I'm just going to quickly click on this, and here it is here. So we'll click on this and say yes, and this will open up the actual program. Now from here we can make changes to our system, and as I said, there's an array of tweaks that you can add to your system. Now if you're not a tweaker and you don't like to make changes, it's always still useful to have this, because obviously it's got some very useful tools which you can use, which can become very repetitive when you're having to do these manually. So with this type of tool, you've got them all in one place. So let's take a look at the actual tool itself. You've got on the left hand pane here, you've got an abundance of tools here, as you can see, loads of them, and it's very useful. You've got your view rate here, which you can see small icons, large icons, list, and so on, and details. And you've also got your little tabs at the top here: file, view, tools, search and preferences, and you can check for updates, and you can see there is an update. So if you want to update, you can update. And there is a help area here which you can check for updates as well from there as well. And that's pretty much it for the top panel here. Now the bookmarks area here, as you can see, this is your bookmarks information. This gives you some basic information about your system here, and you've also got this handy little button which is reset the page to defaults. So if you make changes on your system, let's have a look at appearance here. If you make changes here, you can actually if we click on, say, Aero Light, you can reset this page to its default settings. So if you make tweaks and you don't like them, then you can always go back to the default settings, which I think is a nice little feature. You can see here, enable Aero Light default, and enable Aero Light white text, and so on, and set Windows default theme right here. Very useful. So if you're one of them tweaky type peoples that like to tweak with your system and then you want to put it back, this is how you can do it with all these types of tools. Very useful. Also, Alt Tab appearance. I'm not going to go through every single one of these. I'm just going to show you a couple, and we can go through and have a look at each area. But you can see here, this basically, it's got some sliders here, and this is for the opaque and transparent. And this is your actual Alt Tab, which is this here. If you Alt Tab on your keyboard, and it's this area which is, as you can see, around the outside. So if I make changes to this, it will probably go into a solid color here, like so. And then we can see here, transparent. There we go. And you just pick where you want to set this, and you've got loads of other options. It comes with these little pop-up balloons where you can just sort of hover over stuff, and it lets you read what it does, and it gives you the information there. Very useful for that. Also color title bars, again, enable and disable. Very useful little clicks here. Dark color scheme. Now if you want to use the dark color scheme, you can, and if you want to reset it back, you just hit the reset back to defaults here, and it will go back to the default settings. And I'm just going to go through to advanced appearance settings here, and you can see you've got your icons, menus, and so on. Adjust menu height right here. And you can make changes. Font. And there you go. So let's move down to behavior. And inside the behavior area, you can see we have disabled driver updates. Disabled driver updates is very useful if you're having trouble with some sort of driver and you want to quickly disable it. It saves you going all through the palaver of having to get into that area and disable it. You can do it straight from here. Very quick and easy. Disable downloads blocking. Disable automatic maintenance. Loads of little tweaks here, as you can see. Require password on wake up. Show blue screen of death. And there you go. Windows update settings, you can tweak them here. Next mouse options, and then we'll move on to boot and log on. Boot options. As you can see, click on this and you've got your boot options here to have tweaks on, and also default lock screen background. You can change it here. Just point to this location to where you want to point to, and you can reset back to defaults if you don't like it. Again, loads of areas here to tweak with. Move on to desktop and taskbar. Balloon tips, you can enable these if you want to, and you can see there's an abundance of stuff. Disable action center, that's this thing over here, the actual action center on the side. And of course, disable quick action buttons, disable web search. I'm just going to quickly scroll through these. As you can see here, context menu, very useful to add stuff in. Open bash here, or add bash, open bash here to your context menu. Run as administrator and so on. And we'll move on to control panel and file explorer. You can see there is a ton of good stuff in here to tweak with. So if tweaking's your thing, then this is going to be a good program to have. Now, also you've got your network here for all your network stuff. User accounts, built-in user accounts, enable, disable administration accounts, disable UAC, Windows Defender, you can just quickly disable it from here. Very useful tools here to use. Stop unwanted apps. This is great. Let me just explain this one. This is a really good one if you don't want these to keep updating your system. A typical gripe with people is they make changes to their system, disable these or get rid of them, and with an update they all come back. You know, the Candy Crush, Soda Saga and all this sort of crap comes back onto the system every time they do an update, and this will stop all this sort of stuff. So you can do that here with this tool, and there is a few other tools out there on the market that actually do this as well. I'll probably cover this in a video. It's pretty useful. And disable telemetry, if you don't want to be spied upon, you can do that here. And again, change registered owner, Windows user, and so on. Pretty useful stuff. And that's pretty much it for this one. You can see here's a little donate area down here. If you find a program useful, you can donate to the guy that created this, which is Winareo.com. I'm not sure what his name is, but pretty sure it's on his website. And this is the actual tool that allows you to do all those good things. Anyway, it's just a quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Brian from BrianTechComputers.co.uk. If you enjoy these videos, guys, then hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date and be notified when we upload new videos. Also, if you've got any problems with computers or anything like that, you can also head over to the forums and stuff like that, and join the community over there. And also, if you haven't joined my Facebook fan page, you can pop over there and give us a little like up over there. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.